Thomas Shelby, the main character of the popular British crime drama Peaky Blinders, is continuously rising in fame among viewers. If you haven't watched the show, this is your sign to get started. Who is Thomas Shelby, and why is he so popular? Thomas Shelby is cunning and sophisticated, hot-headed and ice-cold. He is overflowing with charisma and personality. While many out there assume and identify his character with alpha male qualities, Thomas Shelby is a man who is more Sigma-like than an alpha male. In this video, we are about to explore how is Thomas Shelby identified with the Sigma male archetype. This will definitely help you to understand the concept and character in depth. Thomas Shelby, or who we are calling Tommy, is undeniably an influential man. Tommy knows how to get his way in one way or another. When Tommy has a goal, he will reach it without caring, even if all the odds stand against him. It's very Sigma-like him to ignore others' opinions on what he is doing. For him, his business, his interests, and what he wants matters above everything else. Even during their family meetings, Tommy ends up taking the final decisions as he is the most influential one among them. While being true to his Sigma male personality, Thomas Shelby is a master manipulator. Tommy is one of the greatest written characters ever. He has a brilliant mind, and he knows how to twist the situations into his favor. His manipulative tendencies might put him in a bad light, but that same quality treats him well in his agendas. Apart from being manipulative, Tommy is cunning like a fox. As the leader of the Peaky Blinders, he proves his towering influential personality that inspires loyalty. Later, through the Shelby Company and as a member of Parliament, Tommy Shelby becomes an empire builder of the highest order. Is this not one of the biggest qualities of a Sigma male? If you are someone who is dealing with self-worth issues and insecurities, you should definitely pay attention to Thomas Shelby's character. This man is charismatic and exudes confidence in himself. He knows his influence, and he acts like it. Despite his low birth, he didn't let his background make him look smaller in front of anyone. As a man with such brilliance, his self-confidence is definitely deserved. How does this relate with Sigma males? Sigma males are self-confident. They stand by their decisions and beliefs. Tommy is just like that. While Thomas is the biggest self-critic, he never doubts himself when a situation arises. There is a reason why Tommy makes the decisions in the Shelby family. While he is not exactly the perfect person, his self-confidence makes us want to do better for ourselves too. Like I said, there is no Thomas Shelby critic other than Tommy himself. As a Sigma male, Thomas Shelby knows when he goes wrong. That makes him such a great decision maker. He is not blind to his faults. He knows his strengths and knows how to wield them. How else could he rise from a child of low birth to a raiser of one of the biggest empires? He used his tact, his personality, and his authority to reach his goals with a single-mindedness. When he enters a room or initiates a conversation, Tommy knows where the conversation is leading to. He is far-sighted, and that makes him dangerous. You should fear a Sigma male who knows what he is good at and knows how to use that. Thomas Shelby never repeats what he says. He speaks clearly and slowly. Every single word is calculated and thoughtful. If you have issues with people trying to speak over you, this is the right way to deal with it. Never repeat yourself and let anyone walk all over you. And when Tommy speaks, he looks directly into the eyes of the person he is speaking to. Friend or foe, he dominates the conversation with the way he handles it. When he looks at his enemies, his eyes are unafraid with brewing confidence. When he looks at those who are close to him, he looks into their eyes like he knows their secrets. When he looks into you, you will feel intimidated, and that's work like magic to get what he wants. Sigma males know how to talk, to manipulate, to persuade, and to get the upper hand. If I have to explain Thomas Shelby in one word, I would use calculative.
We have to use guns. Let's use proper guns.
That man is the walking meaning of the word calculative. Every action and the reaction. Every move and every word out of his mouth. Even if he is shocked and unsettled by a situation, he would never allow anyone to see his emotions. Practically, Thomas Shelby is the opposite of what you would call an open book. This is a huge reason why Tommy is a great leader. While everything feels like collapsing all over around him, he manages to keep his calm and act cool. When everyone around him, including his family, is panicking, he is unperturbed and planning his next move. In return, this gains the complete trust and loyalty from those around him. That makes Thomas Shelby an excellent leader and a perfect example of a Sigma male who earns earnest loyalty from others. When you plan something well, there's no need to rush is a famous quote by Thomas Shelby. He may not act like it, but when he needs to be, Thomas Shelby can be quite patient. It's more that he doesn't let his composure break. In a crisis, he is calm and patient till his time comes. As a leader or an entrepreneur, patience is a superior quality. You can't just jump at the first chance, but instead you need to wait for the perfect opportunity. Even in a conversation, Tommy does not rush to provide a response. He bides his time patiently and graces with a response if it is strictly necessary. That makes each and every single word coming out of his mouth valuable. No one would dare to ignore what he speaks because of that. His simple glance at someone who asks him a question with a hint of "How dare you question me?" is intimidating. That look is confident. The lone wolf in Tommy Shelby shines in situations like this. You can't ruffle the composure of a Sigma male at any cost. One thing about Tommy is that this man always has a plan. When things go south, he doesn't dwell on those setbacks. When he meets a brick wall on his way, he doesn't mourn or cry for his bad luck. Instead, he tried to find a new path to reach his destination. As a man with born wits and skills, it doesn't take much for Tommy to get himself out of tough messes. While someone else in his position might feel trapped, desperate, and helpless, Shelby effortlessly solves the problems and finds his way. Sigma males rarely ponder on negative outcomes of their situations. They don't waste their precious time pondering, "Why is it always me?" or "Why am I so unlucky?" He is always several steps ahead, planning for the next best situation. Because he knew this could be an outcome beforehand, and he is mentally ready for that. This is why Sigma men like Tommy Shelby never dwell on setbacks. Their eyes are always on the future. Despite not being the eldest sibling, Tommy is the one in charge of the family. How? He is the most ambitious one in the family. He is disciplined when it comes to his goals, and he will sacrifice anything he deems disposable. That's his Sigma male nature jumping out. Sigma males are strictly goal-oriented. When they set their mind on something, it's a matter of when it is going to happen. Tommy doesn't fear the risks he takes. In this world, you can't discover great opportunities without taking greater risks. During the first season, Tommy finds the mass shipment of weapons belonging to the government. While the whole family wants to get rid of it before it turns against him, Tommy disagrees. He saw this as an opportunity for more power and strength, instead something that can harm his family. And he took that risk. He never stops taking risks throughout the series, and that courage and persistence serves him well enough. Tommy Shelby is a man of discipline. In his numerous roles as a broker of rigged bets, horse breeder, racketeer, industrial leader, negotiator in times of crisis, or even a spy on behalf of the government, he plays all these roles with diligence and discipline. You should remember that he does all these things without having any funds and power. From sole willpower only, to manage multiple roles without creating mass confusion. Imagine how much of a discipline a man should possess. With his ice-cold temperament and steel composure, he navigates through his life like an experienced sailor in a stormy sea. Most of the time, the crisis occurs due to the negligence from his organization. Tommy rarely makes mistakes. Sigma males are known for their firm discipline and diligence. This is how they exceed expectations in every field they find interest in. The meticulous effort they put into their work is actually mesmerizing to see. That kind of self-discipline is not easy to achieve. From the first season to last season, we witnessed Thomas Shelby being top of the game when it comes to strategizing his next move. When he convinced the whole village to bet on a horse and end up winning everything by making that horse lose at the end is an example of the way his brilliant mind works. This is also why Thomas Shelby is a master of negotiations. He doesn't let his position appear to be weaker when he negotiates. You don't talk when you're on the back foot. We'll strike a blow back first. Thomas followed these words by Aunt Polly to the dot. The Sigma male in him never backs down and always ends a negotiation in his favor. As we pointed out, Thomas Shelby is the literal personification of a Sigma male. From his behavior to the mannerism, he is a lone wolf through and through. In this video, we managed to explore Sigma male concept through Tommy. We hope you all enjoyed the video. Like usual, don't forget to like, comment, sub, and press on the bell icon to get notified. Have a great day.